do have a big strike happening. St. Louis and St. Charles, Missouri here in the south, as well as in Illinois. Again, over 3,000 workers are involved at IAM District 837.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
There's a strike going on in Missouri right now, Adam. What's going on?
That's right. Yeah, there's a big strike happening in Missouri and Illinois. And so wanted to share this update from the IAM Union, International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. Brian Bryant, who is the international president of the 600,000 member strong IAM, recently sent letters urging members of Missouri's congressional delegation to stand with the more than 3,200 IAM District 837 members currently on strike at Boeing defense facilities in Missouri as well as Illinois. And so we've got a strike of over 3,000 workers at Boeing Defense. And in the letters to the senators and representatives of Missouri's congressional delegation, Bryant urged lawmakers to help protect the future of the highly skilled aerospace workforce by pressing Boeing to return to the bargaining table. The IAM is also asking members of Congress to join the local members on the picket line. For generations, IAM union members at Boeing Defense have worked tirelessly to produce the finest planes and other defense equipment the world has ever seen, said Bryant. Our members have made innumerable sacrifices over the years, building fighter jets and other military equipment which ensure the safety and success of our men and women in uniform. Our members at Boeing Defense in Missouri and Illinois are disappointed and frustrated with the company's recent contract proposals, forcing them to overwhelmingly vote to reject the proposal and go on strike. Throughout these negotiations, the union has presented the company with a number of viable solutions to adequately meet our members' needs. Our members rightly believe the compensation package offered by the company is not adequate given the recent economic trends of high inflation and skyrocketing demand for highly skilled aerospace workers. IAM members assemble and maintain advanced aircraft and weapon systems, including the F-15, the F-A-18, and cutting-edge missile and defense technologies. And according to the union, their work is vital in safeguarding national security and supporting U.S. and allied defense operations. So, we'll see how the congressional delegation responds. I think that's always an interesting thing when you have a strike somewhere. How do the local elected officials respond to it? Do they stay quiet? Do they side with the company? Or will they actually, show up to the picket line? Will they sign their name in support of the workers on strike? Because it's always a tough decision to go on strike, right? That is not an easy thing to do. It is typically the last recourse because things have broken down at the bargaining table.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see, how long this strike is going to go on. It's been on for a little bit now. Started a little bit earlier this summer. So, we'll see how it plays out. I'm very curious to know how some of these politicians will respond. Because, this is interesting in the context of the military-industrial complex receiving more and more and more and more money, right? The government is cutting basically everything except for, quote-unquote, defense, right? So it's going to be interesting to see if these defense workers can actually win the kind of contract they deserve. They absolutely deserve to get some of that money that's flowing around, right? They're the ones building these products. It's only right that they would get some of that. And, I think it's important whenever we have strikes that we send our support and solidarity to those folks because it is such a difficult ask. But it is ultimately one of our most important and powerful tools that we have in our tool belt as working people, our ability to collectively shut down production. Right, to take that collective action to shut down production, to withhold our labor, is very, very potent. The company has to pay attention to that. So we'll see how long it takes. We'll see, how it plays out. But I wanted to share that we do have a big strike happening. St. Louis and St. Charles, Missouri, here in the South, as well as in Illinois. Again, over 3,000 workers are involved at IAM District 837. Keep us posted. We'd love to hear from members of IAM. If you are involved in the strike, if you are, or if you're a community member, right, and you've been visiting the picket line over there in St. Louis. I know we've got listeners out in Missouri as well, so definitely let us know. Give us a call, 844-899-TVLR. Fill us in on what's going on with the strike, how it's going, how the picket lines are going out in your community.
Yeah, other unions have sent their support as well, including District 751 of the Machinists Union. Those are that district represents 33,000 machinists at Boeing in Washington, around the Seattle area. They went on strike just last summer, I believe it was.
That's right.
We had multiple members of that union on the program to talk about that strike. And the white-collar union at Boeing in the Washington area, SPIA, the Society of Professional Engineering Employees in Aerospace, something like that. It's an IFPTE local. They represent 19,000 aerospace professionals, mostly at Boeing. So both of those unions, big Boeing unions, sending their support and solidarity to IAM District 837. So would love to hear from folks on the ground. Give us a call, 844-899-TVLR. Let us know what's happening. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.